He or Hut? Oh, you're one of them.
We love it.
Oh, we love you. We're protesting.
Awesome. What's going on
protesting Scientology.
So why do you hate it? Tell us.
Well, we don't hate so much the beliefs. I mean, we think they're weird, but who cares, right? A lot of stuff is weird.
It's a nice building. I wish they had done something better with it. Exactly.
Let's Friends America. I know. Well, so where do I begin? There's so much. Sea Org, right? It's their elite organization where if you enroll, you sign a billion-year contract.
A billion?
Billion, yeah.
Are they serious?
It. Yeah, serious. Because you have all these, they believe you come back, right? And so it's billion years. Actually, it's more than a billion years. I guess they're like, well, we'll see what happens after a billion.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so you work there, you work your ass off. You make $50 a week. And if you're bad, you go to RPF, the Rehabilitation Project Force, where that is slave labor, you know? And they're like, it's okay, it'll be good. You know, you'll learn, L. Ron Hubbard courses and everything will be awesome. But, you don't learn any Scientology. And that's like the best thing I can say about it. There's someone here. I know, but that's just one thing. We're wearing the mask partly because they're funny, but because they go after critics. They have their purification rundown. She asked why we're protesting. I can't even.
I don't agree with it. I just don't know why I don't agree with it.
Sure.
Pretty much, this is like one of those creepy religions that started that people on the fringe get involved in. Scientology, pretty much the reason that we have to wear masks is because they are criminal to the core. They've been...
It's like the mafia, except they call themselves the church.
Yeah, pretty much they've been indicted, they've been accused of fraud and crimes since the 50s.
Well, L. Ron Hubbard's wife went to jail. They had Operation Snow White where they infiltrated the FBI.
They're responsible for the biggest infiltration of the United States government in history. They call communist scare of the 30s.
I thought it was a secret society to cover up their homosexuality.
That's just Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much just Tom Cruise and John Travolta.
Oh yeah, the good one.
And Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Well, he killed Isaac Newton. Bastard.
I know.
He died because he was a Scientologist.
A lot of people do. Well, Lisa McPherson.
It's a great thing for you guys to be doing with your Halloween night.
Yeah.
I love
Well, the funniest thing is that we come out here and do this on a weekly basis. We come out here
That's what I was like, this is not about
and we
Halloween.
just do this because we feel normal tonight.
Yeah, we would like to fit in.
Enjoy.
Oh, you guys have fun tonight. Happy Halloween. Have you have a cult-free night? You can't wait to start boozing it up, huh?
Yeah. Well, they were just like, this is fun and all, but I don't want to sit here and get a lecture. Is what I could get from them. They were just like, oh, this is cool. You guys are great, but I don't want to hear all this shit. I just kind of wanted to say what's up.
Oh, no, they asked me.
Yeah. Every time I see this, I think it's just touchstone. Every time.
Everyone thinks that.
I know. You are now entering.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's not make this an X-rated raid.
Pokemon anytime I'm here is X-rated.
That's true. You put the belt back on though, right?
Yeah.
Why? You giving this a PG rating?
Watch your wallets, folks.
I'm gonna see what's going on down there. I know people complain about shaky stuff, but you know what? Oh, it's L. Ron Hubbard's office, dirtier than ever. Let's see. Unidentified, either pee or spit. Either way. Does it really matter? Oh, so dirty. What would L. Ron Hubbard say? What would L. Ron Hubbard do? Or what would he get someone else to do more like? Let's see. Did they change the day? Yes. October 31st. Well, I don't think you can see it, but trust me. Are you sure you want to be affiliated with this organization? They're being investigated by the FBI. With Scientology?
FBI, let me see. I heard something about that. Bullshit, but I heard something about that. You know, you're free to go look at the library if you want. I mean,
I've read Dianetics. I didn't like it.
You don't have to like it. That's okay. That's your choice. My choice to like it.
But did they tell you about Operation Snow White, where Mary Sue Hubbard went to jail?
Yeah, I remember that. I was alive back in those days.
Yeah, but that doesn't disturb you. That was L. Ron Hubbard's wife?
A lot of people went to jail. A lot of people were persecuted, just like the Christians were persecuted back in Roman times.
But they infiltrated the FBI.
You know, so is the FBI... I would think you'd be against the FBI in a lot of cases. They do a lot of bad things too.
Well,
nobody's perfect. You gotta understand this. A lot of people died in the name of Jesus Christ. A lot of people die in the name of Islam. Just because some of the people are not perfect that have been, I'm not saying that that's what happened, but just because there are some people who practice different religions who are not perfect.
Well, that's true.
They're not practicing the religion, right? It's like you got good Christians, you got bad Christians. Same thing with Scientologists. You got good, you got bad. There are people who should not be, and if they're bad, they're not practicing the principles I've been studying.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? If you practice the principles, you're a good human being.
I get you. But let me ask you about this, though. Jeff Quiros, Tommy Gorman. Jeff, what?
Great guys. What about him?
Well, okay, because Jennifer Stewart, who was on staff at Mountain View, she was raped by Gabe Williams, who was on staff at Mountain View. And Tommy Gorman, at the time, he found out about it, and he told Jeff Quiros, and Jeff was like, well, take care of it, okay? He didn't. Gabe Williams was choking her, was raping her. She was 17.
Nobody was getting raped. Who are you talking about?
Jennifer Gorman. They ended up getting married, Tommy and Jennifer. Of course she was. And then Jeff Quiros said, no, she's just a promiscuous slut.
Where did you hear this?
I heard it from Tommy. And Gabe Williams went to jail. He went to jail for a year. This happened. Yeah.
But things happen. I mean, I don't know the whole story, but that's just what I said. Just because if something like that did actually happen,
it happened.
Okay, let's just say it did for argument's sake. Okay, that is totally wrong in Scientology. But that's what
Jeff did. That's what Jeff Quiros did. He covered it up. He never went to the police. He covered it up because Gabe Williams made so much money.
That would be something that would be wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong.
And if I had personal, something to do with something like that, I'm not saying that it happened, that's what I'm saying. I would write it up and I would follow all the court. There are strict rules in Scientology, knowledge reports that need to be written, and ethics. Ethics is very big in Scientology. You have ethics officers.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So that would be followed up. I'm doing an ethics report right now on my ex-wife.
Why?
Okay, because she's not paying me money that she owes me for loans that I've given her. Okay. Right? Now she should be, and she's working on that. But there's a complete ethics thing that you follow to take care of that stuff, and it's getting handled. Well,
it sounds like you'd do a better job than Jeff in any case.
Understood. Yeah. But my thing is you don't always, the actions of the individual, you don't blame the whole institution for the actions of the individual. See, just like any other religion.
That's the problem that I've heard. I've heard that more than once, and I do agree with it.
Yeah.
In cases where there is no connection between the group as a whole itself and that individual.
Why are we talking about Catholicism here?
Well,
because we're in front of this thing.
People, I've heard that too. People always say, Catholicism, Judaism.
Any of them.
They all are the same. But the problem is that those religions have an altruistic element to it. They actually help people. They actually have a spiritual aspect to this.
Yes, this does have a spiritual aspect.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Is there a God though?
You know what theta is, right? That's spirit. That's the spirit and mind. We have Baptists in this church. We have Muslims in this church. We have all sorts. I'm a Christian myself. Yeah. I'm based on Christian beliefs. The only thing you have to believe in this church,
they present themselves as a philosophy, not as a religion.
Mind, body, and spirit. If you believe in something, it's religious, right?
It's a belief. That doesn't mean it's a religious belief.
Right. I believe in this system, and it fits right in with my Christianity.
But L. Ron Hubbard said that Jesus was an implant, that Jesus Christ was an implant.
What?
He said it was an implant. It was part of the
Never said that to
OT3.
me.
It's an OT3.
Well, of course, because he's dead. He didn't say that to you because he's dead.
I can read you what I just read.
Okay.
What I just read is very interesting.
What did you read?
That, we believe in reincarnation, whatever you would call it, whatever you want.
Sure.
But he also says, I don't know. I do not claim to know who God is.
Okay.
And then I just read, he said, we may very well get off the wheel and go to a place called heaven. I don't know. That hasn't been proven.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. No, it hasn't.
That's what
That's
he said.
true.
That's the word I just read in this
Sure.
book.
Well,
that is a good.
I'm studying it.
That's a
the
good
difference
thing.
between us is I'm up there 3 nights, and I really gotta go. I gotta get up early. So I go up there 3 nights a week and study what he's saying.
Sure.
I'm not relying on hearsay and internet and a bunch of people telling me something. I'm actually experiencing it. And I'll tell you why I got in this religion was because I was really a drunk. I was a total alcoholic. I mean, the worst DTs, delirium tremors, the worst you could ever be. I was a meth addict for years, 30 years on meth. Yeah, I'm 47 now.
I'm glad you got.
You know what got me out of it was this, because I went into the purification program. I've been in AA, I've been in NA my whole life. Nothing worked. And I'm not putting them down. It works for people, but it didn't work for me. I've been in it. I've even been on steering committee in Palmer Drug Abuse Program, which is based on the 12 steps of AA. Lasted about a year, and then I was back on drugs. Got in here, purification, run down, got my body clean, and the next thing we started working on is getting rid of all the junk that's built up in my head from all the crap that I've been through. I'm 10 times a better person than I would, and I owe it all to Scientology. All of it.
You know what? That's
So,
good.
That is good.
That is a win, and I congratulate you.
Well, thank you.
I love hearing success stories like that,
Yeah.
and I do not have a problem with any of the Scientologists, people who believe this stuff.
Right.
The problem I have, just like the problem I have with the Catholic Church, with Zionists, with Wahhabi Muslims, is the fact that they take the belief system and they turn it into something harmful. Scientology, it can work for anybody, just like anything else can.
Right.
For me, a bottle of whiskey.
But I personally, you mentioned people, but I
Jennifer
personally
Gorman.
don't know anybody that I am in my circles has done nothing but good.
I'm glad to hear it.
Had anything but good experiences with this.
That's cool.
With my religion.
That's awesome, man.
Right?
The only problem is that we've had the exact opposite. We've had. Have you ever heard of?
I was telling him about Jennifer and Tommy and how Jeff Cruz covered it up.
Yeah.
But,
here's a story that happened, with me, and this was something that involved a Scientologist kid.
Okay.
I had a group, a couple of parents come over. They literally turned around the street to come to talk to me, and they told me that their son had been involved in Scientology. Originally, they had problems. They'd had problems. They were looking for something to, help in their life, and they found Scientology. And initially, they went in, they did communication rundowns, they did purifications, and it really helped them. And they were really thrilled to hear about it. And then their son got brought into the SEAL. And that's when their life changed, and it became really bad for them because the staff were really abusing them, and they were taking advantage of them. And
I've heard that kind of stuff too about other things, and I've never seen it. I know a lot of people in sports, but I also know the rules. Have you ever heard the ethics book? The book Ethics by There's handlings for this stuff. This goes through, and first of all that stuff that you just mentioned is out ethics, and would be reported, written up on knowledge reports, and handed to the people who would take care of it, and might go up, and probably would go up in front of a court of
well, it should. It should.
So there's a whole, not the ethics report. There's can't think of it right now.
The people who would,
everything you mentioned would be something that would be handled, if handled properly. If the people who were involved were reading the book and following the steps and the ethics, and it would all be taken care of. So what I'm hearing from you is just hearsay.
Well, this isn't hearsay.
Well, I mean, right now it's so waste of time. I know. We're not wasting time.
No, we're not. That's
Good
a little bit demeaning, sir. I respect him. I think he's a good guy. I think Scientologists are good guys. We don't have any quibble with you. We have with what they're doing with the organization. We don't have any quibble with the beliefs. You know, we have quibble with, you know, selling the scavenge missing.
Okay, man, I gotta get out of here anyway. All right, take it easy.
Well,
I'll see you in the academy, bro.
Well, I do thank you for talking to us, sir.
No problem. You guys have
All
a
right.
good night.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween.
Really, we should get this book, Ethics. It's on the 4th floor in the library. You can buy it.
They won't let us
Read
in.
it.
They'll have us arrested.
Or The Way to Happiness. Beautiful book.
Okay, thanks for the recommendation.
Just notice how he was kind of hesitant to shake your hand there.
We were talking to us. Okay, bye-bye. Were you going to handle him, sir?
Nice to see that you are still allowing people to use a universal solvent.
Communication. Woo!
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe he talked to us. That was nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, well.